Well, welcome everybody to Us Against the Gods. We're going to be doing a flashback episode today. But before we do have a couple things to discuss. If you know someone who wants to play in a GMeric game, send them away. I'd love to talk to them about either getting on the waitlist for a campaign slot or getting into a one-shot. We will be doing some one-shots in the coming weeks, so look for those announcements over on the Patreon first, which is patreon.com/GMEric. We did an art reveal yesterday, or day before yesterday, which is really, really cool. And go check that out. We've got a lot of fun things on there. We do early announcements, art, sneak peeks, etc. over there. We also have the GM tip videos, archives, and podcasts now available over on YouTube. So if you want to listen to episodes without watching the video, you can do that now, which is awesome. We also have the clip contest, which is currently going on. And if there's a moment from a session you like, go ahead and throw the timestamp or a video clip in the clip contest channel in Discord. You'll be automatically entered to win this D20, which is a massive half-pound D20. This has been made by one of our viewers by the name of Nero, who has kindly donated this for the clip contest for this month. We also have the reference site over at toivoarpg.com, and we have the Kawaii's Kontiki floating bar bottle openers and Vagradan edition t-shirts on the website, so go check those out. But let's go ahead and get you guys started, because it's time for us to get you guys playing some D&D. We've got a lot of lore to cover today. So much. Because you guys are adventuring in the Fey Realms. And we last left you guys at the Bilgewater Wildflowers Brothel, where our various friends have made a bit of a splash, and Stinky has decided to accept a contract and work for the individual in charge. He's indentured here for a week. As the various activities go underway, Stinky, you are given a day of break. After 6 days of work here, you've managed to finally get a moment of peace. Nothing else is scheduled, and because of your excellent performance during the past 6 days, you were let out of your contract early. So,
I go and visit the girls.
you go and visit the girls. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Which girls?
I go and knock on the door.
which
Knock,
girls
knock,
are we
knock.
visiting? Are we visiting some of the workers here, or are we visiting Addie and Kalane?
Addie and Kalane.
Understood. Addie, Kalane, what have you two been up to in this bedroom?
Probably just comparing notes about like what we've learned.
Okay.
Yeah. And trying to figure out where we should go next.
You hear knock, knock, knock.
Who is it?
Just me, Stinky.
Well, there's one thing about him having worked here. He's had to have a bath every day. So, yeah, come on in, Stinky.
Anyway, Stinky comes on in and looks at the two young ladies and says, "Well, how have you two been enjoying your time in a brothel?"
Gossip here? It's been excellent.
Oh, yeah, we've learned a lot. And not about the brothel necessarily. We've learned about our questions.
Not just about the brothel.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you learn about following up on our little quest here?
You know the name, the woman that Kove didn't want to name?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get her name, but I learned her name. Alia Neverworld.
Yeah, she's
Really
in
fancy lady
Elgin.
from a Shellian.
Yeah. And she's the one who paid Cove not to accept any orders from Shantari Grove.
That's really interesting. He's the lady with the olive oil.
What?
What?
Yeah, I was posing for her and she covered me in olive oil. Then scraped it off.
She's a strange one.
Yeah, I smelled like a salad after a while.
Leave that one on.
Did she say anything useful? Or just talk about your immaculate dragonborn appearance?
Nothing really useful. She didn't talk very much.
Hmm.
She was kind of busy.
After all, it's a lot of mileage to get over with a scraper. So, question becomes, how much of a salad got tossed?
No.
Oh, she was energetic.
So does she live here in town?
Did Stinky know that?
I don't think Stinky would
I
know
mean, he might have heard something. As far as you know, does she live here in town?
that. I wouldn't know. She didn't speak a whole lot about anything but olive oil.
Hmm.
Oh, get in with it.
Elena, do you think one of the girls might know if she lives in town?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys want to depart the brothel? The wildflowers?
I think first I want to see one of my new best friends and see if any of them happen to know if Thalia lives in town. But if they don't, then yeah, I'll probably head out.
They would not know.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Maybe we should go see that barmaid again.
For information, or
Well,
you just leaves the
since we,
sentence open for him.
uh, she's kind of nice, but I really would like her to see me cleaned up.
See.
Yeah, and barmaids typically hear a lot. So she might know whether she's around or not.
No time to lose.
Let's go see the barmaid again.
Okay. As you guys head off towards the last drop, you head out into the streets of Bilgewater, and it's a dismal morning, just like every morning here in Bilgewater. It's dreary and wet. The fog clings to you as sticky and slimy as ever. As you make your way forward, there's a couple people here and there. Can I get perception checks from each of you? Awesome. As you look around these alleys, the alley becomes darker. You see creeping shadows in the corners of your eyes. Something's pacing you. And up ahead, you see a woman go around a corner in a bend. She seems to be moving swiftly away from you. Between you and her, you see a dwarf and a enigmatic figure with a hood. They seem to be talking together when an enormous shadow rises up behind them. Please, let's target your tokens and let's roll for initiative. Cool. And Stinky Cloud needs to be on here. Stinky Cloud rolled 3 initiatives. Goodness.
Heavy finger.
Okay.
Gets heavy-handed.
Wasn't happy with the first one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Eddie Fonwinkle, as the shadow rises and looms over this dwarf and the cloaked figure, it appears ready to consume them. What would you like to do?
I'm going to throw a firebolt at him.
Firebolt? Okay.
Yep.
With the 24, the firebolt sears into the shadow, and with a screech, it wails and clutches outwards, its arms stretching and extending like talons. Anything else, Addie?
I'm going to move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here.
Very well.
And that'll be it for now.
Cool. Dolor Norloon, what would you like to do?
It's a shadow, right?
Yes.
I'll do poison spray. I'll do poison spray. It looks fun.
Okay. So, a poison spray. So that's Constitution. Good.
My first time playing this kind of character, so
All good. Let's go ahead and get you to cast a spell. All right. The poison spray emanates outward from you and blasts it, and poison seeps into its flesh. You watch as it begins to sizzle from the wound. Anything else to lure?
yeah.
Cool.
Right here.
Very well. Stinky Cloud.
I want to use my heavy crossbow.
Ka-chunk. And with the 21, you do impale it, dealing 4 piercing damage. Excellent. Anything else?
Can I do another crossbow?
I don't believe you get a second crossbow shot at the moment, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay. And I believe you need to reload using a bonus action.
So I'll reload.
Understood. Brain Stormheart, this shadow has risen behind you. What would you like to do?
Be gone, foul spirit. And he walks up to it. On the far side, he'll use his bonus action to cast a spiritual weapon. And it will be a hammer on this side.
Okay. Got it.
And then he'll reach out and use Shocking Grasp.
All right, as you reach out to touch it, you give it the shocker for 1 point of damage. Excellent, sir. As your 3-pronged touch reaches out, a slight jolt goes through it, removing its reaction. Anything else, sir?
I believe that's it.
All right, Kelene Moonglow.
Alright. I am going to attempt to conjure some webs out of the ground and restrain it.
Cool.
I will test that so that it is on the border and it does not affect Thrain.
Understood. Its dexterity saving throws a 21. It will not be restrained.
That is unfortunate. I'll still leave the webs there, though.
Okay. It becomes its
I'll
turn.
Draw
Oh,
the
good.
area.
Anything
I
else?
was just going to draw the area just to
Understood.
have it up there.
Cool. It's going to move out of that area to here, where it will thrash outwards at our horrible little man. You're going to make 3 attacks, a bite and 2 claws. The first one is the bite, a 26 to pierce you, Thrain.
That hits.
You'll suffer 18 piercing damage as it bites down upon your shoulder, piercing through your armor and into your flesh. You feel the coldness wash over you. A claw reaches up to tear at your back, dealing 13 slashing damage. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of this thing.
Boy, that hurt.
Lastly, the second claw reaches around to fully embrace you and tear at your back as it draws these shadow-like nails through your armor. A 22 will deal 15 additional damage to you as it tears deeply into the armor and begins to consume Thrain.
Ow.
Addie Fawnwinkle, what would you like to do?
I'm down.
I'm working.
Brain's
on it.
unconscious?
Yep.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me look, because this is the first time I've played this one. Gotta be on top of him to do that. Okay. I'm going to step forward. Yeah, right here. And I'm going to pull my long sword and give him a good whack, I hope.
Okay. And with a 13, you slash into this shadow creature, dealing 11 damage. Anything else, Addie?
For my bonus action, I'm going to do Divine Smite.
Okay, the Divine Smite isn't a bonus action, you just do that on top of it.
Well,
So let's just go
Okay.
ahead and do that on top. This is an
All right.
undead, but we do get the extra dice. So, let's roll one more d8, please. Understood. Okay, so it should have been 4 plus 3, so additional 7 radiant damage, and it is vulnerable to radiant, so it will suffer. It did 7, so 14 additional radiant damage. There we go. It
a Divine
screams.
Smite is listed. It's just listed as bonus action. So
Right. All
um,
good.
All right. Okay. Um.
Your sword glows radiantly as you
Yeah.
cut it. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I can't. I'll just. That's it. I'm gonna stay right here next to this big dwarf.
Yeah, sounds like you set it up with the 2024 rolls. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Dulur Norloon. Norlu? Eowyn?
I muted myself. I'll cast Ray of Sickness at it.
A ray of sickness at it, okay?
Yeah.
With a 10, your ray of sickness careens off as it's currently clutched around Thrain. The ray of sickness goes over its head and into the darkness.
Oh, that's rude.
Anything else you'd like to do? No?
I think I'll stay here.
Okay. Stinky Cloud.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the crossbow again.
All right. As you level the heavy crossbow at it, the bolt springs off of the bow and impales him, dealing 9 piercing damage. It rocks it to the side a little bit, and it turns to hiss at you. All right. Anything else, sir?
I reload my crossbow again, can I?
Very well. Thrain Stormheart needs to make a death saving throw. Thrain, that's a failure. Kalane Moonglow. That dwarf is on the verge of death. What would you like to do?
Oh dear. I haven't even talked to for any information yet. Oh, we can't have this. I'm going to okay. I'm going to rush on over 25, 30. Step into Addie's space. I'm going to lean down and give Thrain a potion of healing.
Okay. Thrain, you recover 5 hit points as you are prone and currently in the clutches of this shadow creature.
I'm
Then,
awake.
Okay, good luck. Then I'm going to phase step away as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I have my winter face up, so I need the shadow to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
It is immune to being frightened. So,
Oh, well.
Unfortunate.
as Thrain regains consciousness,
And then I'll do it. Sorry, I've got a little bit more movement. I'm gonna calm out of there a little bit more. That's it.
how much movement do you have?
Oh wait, I had. You're right. I had to dash first. Okay, let me recalculate this because I have to not use space step because I have to get the potion off my belt. And okay, so that would have been 35. Okay. Yeah, I still really don't want to be in the shadows reach. So I do have to go ahead and go ahead and eat that opportunity attack. No, its reaction is now because of shocking grasp.
I believe that's until the end of its next turn, correct?
It's the end of my turn,
Oh, end of your turn. Okay.
and I've already done one
Oh,
death
you've
saving.
already had,
Yeah.
and you've already taken your turn. So okay, never mind then. I'll take the opportunity attack.
It will bite out at you, piercing you for 15 damage, Kalane.
Yep, that'll hurt. Okay, back to here. That's
Okay.
as far as I can.
The shadow horror stands up, looking down at the prone dwarf and the woman who has just smote it. We're going to try to ravage one of the two of you. 1d2. Who are we going to do this on? Thrain. You are currently laying down, Thrain. These attacks will be with advantage. So with advantage, Thrain, the first strike is a bite, which will miss you, I believe. The claw reaches up and down to pin you to the ground, rendering you unconscious once again. The second claw reaches up and goes to smash down upon your skull. Does a 15 crushes? Nope. All right. As it impacts the ground, the cobblestones necrotize. Addie Fawnwinkle, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to lean over and touch the dwarf and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, that's your action. Awesome. Thrain, you recover 11 hit points. You're conscious but prone. The shadow creature hisses at you, Addie, as it's going to take an opportunity attack on you as you just left its reach as well. It bites at you. With a 23, you will suffer 16 piercing damage, Addie.
It gets 2 opportunity attacks?
No, it just had its
Ouch.
turn.
It's turn in between.
Ah.
All right. So, after Addie evacuates the area, anything else, Addie?
No, because I'd used my turn to cure Thrain. So
Very well. Dulur?
I checked it's far enough. I want to Misty Step to like right here.
Into the webs?
There's webs?
Yes.
But that's the green square. I haven't
Okay,
dropped them just in case anyone had a way to push it into them.
What about here?
Okay, we can go there.
Do I cast it as a spell or do I send it?
Misty Step is a bonus action spell, so you can just go over there.
Okay.
You teleport over to that space.
And then I want to use chill touch on it.
Okay. And with a 9, your chill touch washes over it. Its cloak absorbs the magic. It turns
this-
annoyed at you for that.
Can you just accept my attacks?
Tell the dice. Last time you rolled the 10, this time you rolled the 9 total. So unfortunately, no, that did not work.
Do I have any other actions?
I don't believe so. Use your bonus action, your action. You do have movement if you want to use it.
I guess I'm
Already
stuck
used
here.
his opportunity attack, so
Yeah, and those opportunity attacks will get you.
Do you want to move away or do you want to stay here?
I know to move away, but my character wouldn't know, so I'll stay
Okay.
here.
Stinky Cloud.
I'm so boring. I'm gonna shoot this guy again.
Okay. Leveling the crossbow of consistency. Ka-chow. And unfortunately, the crossbow bolt fell off the crossbow as you were lifting it.
Watch where you shoot that thing.
Don't worry. If I don't hit him, I'll hit you.
Drain Stormheart, there's a crossbow quarrel right next to your head. What would you like to do?
Oh, unsettling. He stands up, uses his bonus action to move the spiritual weapon to there. Spiritual weapon attack.
The 17, the spiritual weapon crushes into the back of this thing, rocking it forward. It splays out its arms for just a moment.
And I will cast Cure Wounds on myself at the 2nd level.
Very well. You will recover how many hit points? 24. It's pretty solid.
Feels so much better. Almost like a warm ale going down.
Awesome.
And he will stay right there.
As Thrain Stormheart drinks a warm ale of feeling, we go to Kalane.
right. I think I'm gonna try to cast web again, but this time I'm going to make it a careful spell so that I can put it over everyone without, or not everyone. I'm just gonna put it here. Well, no, let's put it here, but not affect Thrain by it.
Okay. Oh, that's a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
It got a 22. It will resist being webbed.
Odds not there, but no. Okay. Let's move back. It's more distance between myself and that thing.
Okay.
I can't take another hit from it.
Speaking of
4.
hits
There
from
we
it,
go.
anything else?
I turn to Thrain with a bright smile and say, "Good luck."
The shadow creature here turns to face Delure Norloon and will reach out to bite at her. With a 9,
Wait, I
will
wasn't
reach-
done with you yet.
The claws tear at Norloon, who is up against the wall, critically missing. As the claws
Yeah.
tear into the stonework behind them, the second claw, I believe, catches Norloon and slashes across your face, dealing 15 slashing damage.
Go attack the dwarf guy, not me!
You're going to suffer the 15 slashing damage as these nails claw at you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. Oh, the wisdom saving throw. You are frightened of this thing. Addie Fonwinkle, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna throw firebolt at it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the firebolt flies towards it, it leans back and the firebolt goes just over its shoulder into a building beyond.
So I set the building on fire.
Splash. All right, anything else?
I thought that was my job. When did it become hers?
Yeah, when you're not playing AON. Cool.
That's it.
Dorlur.
Is there a way to get out the frightened state?
I'm sorry?
Is there a way to get out the frightened state?
Yes, at the end of your turn, you'll no longer be frightened.
I'm gonna try and use chill touch again, but instead of touching it, I'm just gonna smack it.
Okay,
Because it was being rude.
very well. As you reach out, you will necrotize it. At your touch, it begins to wither away, dealing 8 necrotic damage. You watch as it spreads through the robe and into the darkness. There's a segment of the darkness that flakes off and shatters to the floor in a powder that turns to nothing but vapor. Anything else, Dorlur?
Yeah, but another thing about chill touch, it says it takes 1d necrotic damage and it can't regain hit points until the end of your next turn. So
Correct.
thought that'd be good enough to know.
Awesome. Anything else?
Well, now she'll know to move away.
Okay. That's going to provoke that opportunity attack, so I'm going to bite at you. And with a 14, do I strike you?
Yeah.
You're going to suffer 20 points of damage, Dorlur. I believe that knocks you unconscious.
It does.
Okay, Dorlur falls unconscious. Slumped against the building there. We will go to Stinky Cloud.
Stinky is mad as a wet hen right now. He yells out, "I have had enough," and moves in. Right there. And use my great axe.
Okay. With a 21, the great axe cleaves down into this right in the center of its back, dealing 10 slashing damage. Anything else?
I can do?
No?
We'll just stay right there.
Very well. Thrain Stormheart.
I say it's my job to tank from the floor, and he will cast Healing Word on this individual here. So you should regain 9 points of healing. And where did he saw the radiant damage smoke? Well, maybe he didn't. Did he? Yeah. And he's gonna do Sacred Flame on this Wraith Spirit thing.
Okay. So, with a dexterity saving throw, it will dodge to the side as the radiant energy sears into the ground next to it.
But Delure has 9 hit points, so is no longer unconscious.
All right, Delure, you are no longer unconscious. You recovered 9 points of healing. All right. Anything else, Thrain?
Thrain will slide to this direction there.
Cool. All right, Kalane.
Right. The odds that it succeeds on yet another dexterity saving throw in a row are not going to be mentioned because that would jinx things. So I'm just going to cast the Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, awesome. And it succeeds as it dodges
it
once
deserves to
again.
succeed on a 1 damage Sacred Flame. That's not even worth it.
The Sacred Lame moniker for this spell washes true once again.
That's the fortunate thing is I will need another dexterity saving throw because it's about to start its turn in the web.
Okay. As it's going to start its turn in the web, its dexterity saving throw will be a 22. This thing is squirrely. All right.
Who let a squirrel turn into a shadow? Like, whose idea was this?
Fine. 1d2. We are going to try to savage the stinky cloud with a bite. A 21 to tear into you, stinky cloud.
Yep, he got me.
Okay, you will suffer 15 piercing damage, and then he reaches behind you, and the long black claws tear at your back, clattering against your armor, and then finally finding a weak spot and tearing deep into your back muscles. You feel it across your shoulder blade as the muscles are torn open. You'll suffer 10 additional slashing damage, and need a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. You were not frightened of this thing? Addie Fonwinkle. What are we doing, Addie?
Decisions. Yeah, let's try the javelin on him.
Okay. Unfortunately, your javelin skips off and hits the stonework right in behind Dorlur. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
As the weapon clatters into the street before you, Eddie is going to move forward towards the creature. Dorlur, you are currently prone, slumped against the wall, but alive. What would you like to do?
Dang, feels weird. Dolor will get up. And since she's...
It will put hair on your chest. Enjoy it, Lassie.
Did you just touch me?
Did not. It's ring.
Dude, we'll swat him away.
Okay.
She's pretty mad, so like at second level, she's just gonna throw Ray of Sickness at this thing.
Very well. If a 13, the poison damage impacts it directly in the chest, it catches the full 12 points of poison damage. Anything else, Dorlur?
That's what you get.
It hisses back at you.
I can do it too. That's the end of the turn.
The stinky cloud.
Yeah, Stinky Cloud's gonna hit him again.
All right. This time with advantage, thanks to Thrain's positioning.
One great axe. Oop. Not going. Hold on a second.
And with a 24, you will slash him, dealing 7 slashing damage.
I'm going to back off a little bit.
Okay.
Right,
Cool.
right there.
It will take its opportunity attack upon you as it bites across your shoulder, dealing 20 piercing damage.
Yeah, he got me. Okay. 20.
You still conscious?
I'm still conscious.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's still got eight points of health.
Thrain Stormheart.
All right. Thrain's going to look at this thing, look at it, and say, "You've been," and he's going to call on his channel divinity. And he's going to bring out the destructive wrath and maximize Thunderstruck on this thing. And he's going to throw the shatter up against the wall over here to where it doesn't hit anybody else but this thing.
Okay.
But it should be 32 points of damage.
And you will deal 32 points of damage as it fails its Constitution saving throw. Boom. Anything else, sir?
As a bonus action, he's going to move the Storm Hammer over there, and he's going to take his attack.
Okay. As the wall of the building next to you there begins to fragment, the spiritual weapon misses completely. Apparently the reeling figure is moving too erratically for your spiritual weapon to strike. Anything else, Thrain?
Now Thrain's gonna hold right there.
Okay. So, after Thrain, we go to Kalane.
Oh, the odds of it failing 6 consecutive dexterity saving throws, or succeeding on 6 consecutive dexterity saving throws with a +3 DC 14 is less than 1%.
Yes, Brig
Therefore,
Gemflower.
this one has to work.
Sure, Brig
Never
Gemflower.
gave me the odd.
We're going to try one more Sacred Flame.
Alright. Dexterity saving throw. It will fail the dexterity saving throw, and it will suffer 12 radiant damage. Excellent. Anything else, Kalane?
Apparently Jinx it works. I'm going to snap a potion of healing off my belt and drink it,
Very well.
and that will be it.
The Shadow Horror's turn comes up. Needs to make a dexterity saving throw within the web. It will fail. It will be webbed. And we are going to go ahead and use my incorporeal movement to stop being webbed as we phase through the webs to the other side, to here.
As soon as it does that, I will immediately drop concentration on it.
Okay.
Hey, that's cheating.
As it gets to there, it will provoke. It will choose who we're going to ravage. 1d2. Addie, it's your turn to get beaten up as we bite at you with a 20 to deal 24 piercing damage.
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious as the first claw goes up and will cause you to fail 2 death saving throws as it crunches down upon Addie's chest. Addie Fonwinkle, the second claw rises up to try to kill you. As it descends, Addie Fonwinkle, it reaches down directly into your heart and crushes it into the pavement below. Addie Fonwinkle has died. It turns to Dolur Norloon. What would you like to do?
That's pretty graphic. Um,
Going to be sending the creature's stat sheet over to Ayla Taylor so she can play the monster for us because her character is dead.
Ooh, I'm gonna like going there.
There you go. As Addie Fonwinkle gets added to the kill list on Twitch.
I'm gonna do poison spray again.
Okay.
Oh. Dealer did not like that,
Oh.
apparently.
That's gonna hurt. Alright. So, you're going to deal 12 plus 12, so 24 poison damage to it. As you spray it, it catches and the poison magic takes hold hard. Alright. Anything else, Delure?
I'm gonna move a bit further this way.
Stinky Cloud, can we prevent your real life wife from playing a monster?
I thought it was typecasting.
Oh,
Wow.
For those who didn't see the webcam, she went,
That was that was
so good.
I felt
By
that
the way-
smack from here.
you should have.
That was so good.
By the way, the link you sent me sends me to the marketplace.
Okay, don't
for
worry about it then.
D&D
Don't worry about it.
Beyond.
Don't worry about it.
Okay,
I don't think you're going to last that long.
probably not.
Not
He's not,
now.
that's for sure.
Winkle's not.
Dog house, he's in the dog.
blink twice if you need help.
Blink twice if you need help. Wow.
I'm dead.
I'm glad we don't have this on webcam, guys, because wow, at the moment.
It was worth it.
Understood. Sir,
Now-
what would you like to do, Stinky Cloud?
Now, do I have to load my crossbow?
Yes, sir. As a bonus action.
So I could load it now and then fire.
Yes, sir.
Okay, gonna load my crossbow.
Okay.
There we go.
As you nearly the crossbow bolt impales Eddie Fonwinkle's body.
Oh, that's
For those who can't see, Winkle just got walloped with something.
It was nice
the
knowing you,
chala.
Michael.
I think that was a Chala unleashed.
Chakla? Yeah, my chakla. All right. Oh, it's a towel. Okay, he's fine. Everything goes better with butter. Yes. All right. A sneaky cloud shoots the corpse of Addie Fonwinkle, who will go to Thrain Stormheart.
Alright, I will move my spiritual weapon to there and take my attack.
Okay. And you will miss with your spiritual weapon.
Alright. Yeah, he'll use his shocking grasp.
Okay. Your shocking grasp is not shocking enough, sir.
No, it is not.
You need to retract
you'll
that
see
ring
that.
finger just a little bit more.
It needs to make a circular motion.
Right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Very well. We go to Kalane.
I think let's try it. Okay, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. Oh no, I can't get within 15 feet of it for the color spray. Okay, 30. Let's get back. We'll just do Sacred Flame.
Okay, the Sacred Flame on this creature. The dexterity saving throw for it will be a 5. It will suffer 8 radiant damage, removing half of its remaining hit points.
Yeah, I don't have Quicken spell, so yeah, that's all I can do for now.
All right. The Shadow Horror turns towards its next prey, being Thrain Stormheart. Thrain, we bite at thee with a 17.
That misses.
As it clashes over you, you're too short for this. However, the claw will catch you for 14 slashing damage, sir.
That hit.
The second claw tears across your chest, trying to open it, and
That misses.
skitters across your armor. Annie Fonwinkle is dead. Dorlure.
How many hit points does it have left?
8.
That I'm just gonna do poison spray again.
Very well. With an 8, the poison spray does not hit. As it falls flat on the ground, the spell did not impact the creature. Anything else you'd like to do?
Let me check something real quick. I want to go up here and try. Is there a way I can try getting him out of the claw?
He's not currently held. It was just roleplay as far as that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So as you move up to assist Thrain, we go to the Stinky Cloud.
Again, Stinky being tired of missing. And shows off his wonderful, beautiful, shiny muscles. And then hits it with an axe.
Thrain, you smell eucalyptus coming from Stinky Cloud as he will critically strike this thing, beheading it. As the great axe goes into it, the head falls off and it will dissipate into a shower of shadows.
Another
Good
one
for
bites the dust.
nothing, Shadow Spirit.
There's a dead person in the middle of the street.
Going to rush to Addie's side. Realize immediately there's nothing I can do. Addie. Oh. Just I'll close her eyes.
Okay. So, what do we remember about Addie Fonwinkle?
Remember all the knowledge she used to share and the cool things that she used to show me in the grove, the crabs, all the life in the forest. Always someone when you would hang around her, you'd come away learning something new.
I remember that she kept me in soap.
Rain, Dulur, you watch these two people mourning over the dead person.
So you want to leave?
Hey, this isn't a good, safe place to be at the moment.
Then let's just.
Right. We were going to. What was it called? The last drop.
Stinky Cloud goes over and picks up her body, throws it over his shoulder. Can't leave her in the middle of the street.
We have to bring her back to the grove.
Which grove is that?
Oh, Shintara. It's across the water.
Rain, Shantara Grove is the idyllic place. It is paradise. Getting an invitation there is unheard of. All the beauty and craftsmanship that you've ever admired comes from there.
Y'all got permission to head to the grove.
Oh, we live there.
Rain's
Well,
eyes
lived?
get big.
Lived.
So should we go back now? Or should we finish our job?
Ryan, you're not considering going with this.
What do you mean I'm not considering? Why wouldn't I? This is where I've been wanting to go and upgrade my hammer.
Yeah, you probably need to do that.
That hammer doesn't have any issues.
Oh, so it's winging it. Oh, okay.
I guess I have to go too then.
We were looking for a way to get to the grove. And I don't like strange shadows just popping up out of the alleyway. That was unexpected.
Always like this here?
Not that I'm aware of.
Strange things are happening.
Well, we do have the name now of the person that's wanted to stop the trade.
We know why the ships aren't coming.
I guess that is the end of our quest. Now we need to take her back to her family.
Was she a good friend of yours?
Very good friend. Was so brave.
I kind of just stuck around both of them because they knew what they were doing.
Well, may she return to the stone from which she came.
Definitely don't want to leave her here.
I think before we go back, shouldn't we try to figure out why that person is doing this? Why she wants us to not trade with Bilgewater?
Well, maybe Nightcall already knows. Maybe he knows that name.
Maybe.
We could
Well, let's at
always
least find out if. Let's at least see if we can learn if she's in town, because if she is, we need to act more immediately than if she isn't. If she is, and we go back to the Grove and then come back here, she could be gone by the time we get back.
Well, we probably need to leave the body in the ship. Of course, I'm not too sure about how people feel about dragging a dead body into a tavern.
Bernie.
Seems like a normal Thursday to me.
That happened often where you come from lost.
Kinda.
Where do you come from?
I'd rather not talk about it. They didn't like me, I didn't like them, so just out of sight, out of mind.
So you let the bodies hit the floor.
Like I said, out of sight, out of mind.
We could put her at a table with a beer.
Just. I think the first idea of taking her to the ship. I like that one.
Okay, we'll take her over to the ship. Hope I don't drop her in the water.
Oh yeah, that would be really bad with those. Uh, I guess you'd be with the maidens of the deep.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall we go back to the ship?
Let's go.
Right, so you guys head in the direction of the docks. It's not too far of a walk. No more than 30 minutes. Where you guys find yourselves at the waterfront. You're able to find your ship. And as you come aboard, one of the crewmen looks over at you and raises a visor. It's a woman.
What have you got there? What are you bringing onto the ship?
She had a rough
Friend.
night on the town.
A rough night?
Yeah.
I need to know what you're bringing on to the ship. That's a rough night is not what you're bringing on the ship.
Well, it's the result of a rough night.
What is it?
It's a body.
Anybody I know?
What's your name again? Was it Abby Fonwinkle?
Really?
Yes.
You got Addie killed?
Not
Hey,
like
it
we
was a shadow. It just jumped out at us in the street.
She
We did
gets
our
struck
best.
down in her prime.
King's not going to be happy about this.
Can I butt in real quick? I just want you to know that it wasn't their fault. This shadow came out of nowhere and ambushed all of us, and it was clearly powerful than all of us. So it wasn't their fault that she got killed. If anything, it might have been hers. Okay, so don't give them the trouble and just let them on the ship, please.
All right.
Only floor tanks
on
so
in.
much.
Come on in. Come on. But
Thank
be
you.
respectful of her.
She was sweet, but now she's heavy. Can we lay her down somewhere?
Yeah, take her below. There's a small room just next to the galley with a cot. You can lay her in there.
Okay. So I go on down into next to the galley to that room and put her in there and cover her up.
As you respectfully cover her up, there on the cot, the form of Addie Von Winkle lays dead.
Okay, now. Miss Kalani, I know you. I don't know if you remember me, but my name is Havalar Maristani, and I do work for the naval group for the king, which is why I've been on the ship. Can you just tell me shortly, quickly, one more time what happened to Miss Addie?
Well, we were coming back from working on the mission that the king sent us on. And we were just in the middle of the street, and these two over here, he pauses, realizing she doesn't know their names yet. There was a shadow, and it just jumped out at them, and we jumped in to help, and we got close to it, and it had these claws, and
I think I see the picture now. All right. I can send a bird ahead with a message to the king, because I'm sure he'll want to share the information with her family. You know, she's got 7 kids.
and she was about to become a grandmother. The third time.
Yeah, I know. But that babe will know her granny. He'll know her granny, because we'll tell that babe all the stories of her granny. She was a great, great warrior. All right, are y'all headed back now, or do we need to stay here a little longer?
I think we need to find out this woman who's caused all the trouble.
You all have a name.
Yes.
I'd be mighty interested in knowing who can conjure shadows that hurts that much.
Not sure if that was her, but she's causing a lot of other problems. Alien Nevo. Italian, never.
Never.
He's saying the events aren't related.
May and may
Well, they
not
could be. But we were here to investigate someone sabotaging trade with the Grove. Very different types of power.
You know,
Thrain will
Italian-
look at Dulir and say, so it wasn't one of us that caused this thing to appear. They're the ones that were sticking their nose into somebody else's business, and then this thing decided to ambush.
Don't know about that either. Do you know?
Do you deny it?
Do you know Italian Neverworld?
I do not. Friend of yours from the establishment that you were working at?
Met her. She likes olive oil.
An Australian.
I'm sorry.
They
Did someone say a lady that can conjure shadows? Am I hearing that wrong?
We don't know if she did this.
Well, we don't know it's her.
It'd be pretty cool if she could do that.
Pretty cool.
As long as he's not trying to bite my head off.
I mean, like, think about it, okay? It's a lady that can conjure shadows. Shadows like that. Is that not cool?
The shadow's like the one that killed my friend.
Yes, shadows like the ones that killed your friend.
Nothing good has ever come
Now
out
this
of
jaw
this
just
ring.
drops open and she storms off toward the last drop.
Okay.
Well, if you don't see my point, then good riddance.
Y'all want to go to a pub?
I am always good for a pint.
I
Well, your
was gonna
size, maybe
say,
that's a
he's
half
asking
pint.
a dwarf if he wants to go to a pub.
Is there any non-alcoholic drinks there?
Of course.
Of course.
Then I'd be willing to go too.
I'm sure they've got wine.
I can't drink wine either.
Why? It's non-alcoholic.
Because I'm 11. I have a child.
All right.
Only good alcohol is a good dwarven ale.
So,
Everything else is up there with water.
What are you saying?
hey, fella, have you ever had anything that's not made of dirt and gravel?
Yeah, this elvish wine they keep trying to sell.
So, you guys head to the last drop.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys walk in, you are greeted by the hostess. Welcome back. It's been a few days. What'll it be?
Something really strong, please.
She nods.
A good dwarven ale.
She looks at you. I think I know what you're looking for. Anyone else?
I would like a nice ale, please. Not dwarven.
Okay.
He wants a dwarven.
Anyone else?
Do you have anything that doesn't have alcohol in it and that isn't wine?
She smiles. Yes, ma'am. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Anything for you, miss? As she looks at the tall, beautiful paladin.
Yes, I understand you have some elven wine. I would like a nice red, please.
She looks at you. Aha. Excuse me. She's going to go and get your drinks. You guys pull up the table.
Yeah. I go and sit down at a table towards the back, with my back towards the window and not the door.
Okay. After a few moments, as you all sit down, yes?
No, I'm going to stand and lean against the window
Okay.
frame. I want to be able to see the door and what's outside.
Gotcha. So after a few moments, no more than 5 minutes, she returns with 2 ales, a red wine, and a clear glass that has 2 cherries in the bottom of it. There are bubbles in the fizzy drink. She hands this to you, Delure. She hands the 2 ales to the appropriate people and the wine. Anything else?
I go on over and say, I've changed a little bit since the last time you saw me.
She smiles at you. Yes, you're not quite as odoriferous.
Rain snorts.
I flex my muscles for her.
She smiles and reaches out to touch.
I move in towards her. I go,
Yep.
I am
Yep.
so glad to see you again. I have a name. We were talking before, and I have a name now.
What's your name?
It's a woman named Netherworld. Would you happen to know her?
She looks at you. Yes.
Does this woman frighten you?
Not as much as I'm frightened of you.
Oh, my love, you don't need to be worried about me.
I'd like to be.
Anyway, her name's Talia Netherworld. Do you know where we can find her?
Well, yeah, sorry. You just smell really good. She comes in here from time to time when she's waiting on a boat, but she's not in town as far as I know. Haven't seen her for a few days. She usually travels here from Ashelian.
Oh, so she's an Ashelian.
Yes.
You're such a sweetie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
No,
As he leans over
thank you.
and kisses her on the cheek.
She inhales and is going to try to kiss you on the lips.
Having no one else, he grabs her by the waist and pulls her in.
Okay. The scandalous levels of romantic play here are deep, and she's going to take your hand and try to take you to the back.
Oh, not yet, dear. I
She
have some work to do, but
she
I
looks
will
at you.
return.
5 minutes.
I look at the other people.
She's
and I'll
pulling
say,
on your arm. Do you go or not?
Oh, I go.
Yo,
Okay.
what?
All right. So, Stinky Cloud disappears for the next 5 minutes. As we fade to black on that.
What does he do for the other 4 minutes?
Ahem.
Act like. Never mind.
No, no, don't have to go there. Not at all. Thank
We
you.
need to keep this PG, not OG.
I think he is the OG at this point. Or at least that's what she's saying. So, as the four of you sit here, a figure is going to walk into the bar. They're no taller than 3'5", and look around. Oh, you look like you probably have some good stories. Do you mind if I sit down and chat? You look like the sky outside, gloomy and as dismal as everything could be. Hi, my name is Trinket. Trinket. Is there something going on? There must be a story here. Could you please tell me the story of what happened?
Do you want to like tilt her head a little bit and look, and just have a puzzled look? Why do I keep saying small people?
I'm sorry, miss, but many of the Fae are small. Are you used to one of those tall mountain regions where the giants are? The werewolves and all of them. The slender folk, they say, live up in the mountains. Is that true?
Have you ever had a Trident run your village?
Trident? No, can't say I have, but I don't really live in a village. Bilgewater's gonna be home. I just got done with all my journeys, but I'm here now. So, I was looking to possibly open up a shop. Do you know of any real estate in the area?
Trinket, I don't, but if you buy the pitcher, we'll sit and talk.
Well, I happen to have a few coins here. Miss? She seems to be missing. Do you know where she might be, the waitress?
She's just right in the back there.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me for one moment.
Nope, don't go there, don't go there. She's very busy, very busy. It's a shame if you bothered her. You can wait,
I'll be
just
fine.
wait like 5 minutes. No,
Really? What's she
Just
doing
wait.
as he's getting up?
No, don't get up. Don't go. She's busy. She's being present for another one. And hate to ruin a surprise, so just stay here and wait. It'll only be 5 minutes, I promise.
Please roll a persuasion check. This is gonna be great.
If you want this story, you have to go get the pitcher of ale.
So with the
Where's this persuasion check?
persuasion is down the middle. Should be under P.
Okay, I see it.
With an 8, it's okay. I'll get the picture. He stands up. Miss!
No.
Miss!
Nope.
Wow.
Don't get up and go. Nope. I tried.
Wow. I've never seen that one before. You know. And he goes and gets the pitcher of ale. Brings it back. Rudimentary, but exciting. So, a classic. So, here's your ale. I placed a coin up on the counter there, you see? So, tell us the story.
Well, as much as I love the winds and the rains and the dreary mists that we've had outside,
Oh,
right
so you're a sick one.
Ooh, I relish the thunders and the lightnings and the bright streaks across the skies.
Doesn't happen here. Kind of why I wanted to move to Bilgewater. Not a lot of natural disasters.
Well, I understand natural disasters, but not quite the one that my friend Toto pulled off.
Oh?
Yeah, he was doing something out in Australia when Shalom was freed. Then he blessed the rains, and there were no more vampires.
What the? That's gotta be a fable.
He blessed the rains down in Australia, and there are no more vampires on the continent.
Vampires are cool. They should have stayed.
Not quite the level of power that I can wield yet, but it gives one hope.
Huh. Huh. That's quite a story. Where the heck's Australia?
I'm still looking for it.
A fictional place, a fictional story. Legends indeed. Collect them. Appreciate that so much. So, what are you doing in Bilgewater?
Well, today was a floor tanking like the best of them.
Floor tanking. Oh, you must have been working at the Wildflowers. They say that tanking on your back is the best way.
That's where I smelt that other dude from.
Indeed. He seems to have some talent. Are you and he together?
I don't know, we just met today.
Ah. In a official capacity, of course. Purely
Both on the same-
professional.
Well, if you mean trying to put down a spirit or a shadow out in the alleyway.
Shh. Shadows. They're listening, lad. Gotta be careful. Don't want to call
You
them
know
forth.
You know of these foul creatures?
Yeah. You know that they're spreading. Just east of town, they say that there's an island where the shadows have taken hold. There's dark rituals there.
What is this island?
It's not much more than a spit of land settled in this marsh. Just beyond the Bright Grove. Just a nasty, nasty place. See, it's crawling with the shadows. The waters are full of serpents, laced and tainted by darkness. Whatever's going on there, it's mysterious and not to be trifled with. If I were you, I'd give it lots of leeway and just let it be.
And it's already spreading to Bilgewater.
Oh no, Bilgewater's been this way for as long as anyone can remember. Shadows. The individual creatures have made appearances here and there. Not often, mind you. The Bright Grove tends to keep them locked away. But where there's light, there's always a shadow. So, what is your business in our horrible little town?
Good try, laddie, but I told my story, legends and all. It's time for you to cough one up.
Oh, that's legitimate. Let's see. Telling a story about me. Well, long ago, I decided that I wanted to leave my home. A little small cabin in the woods, far to the north of here. It doesn't matter where. But I wanted to see more of the world and see what was out there. Traveled here, And I traveled there. I've been as high as the roots of where the wind blows. I've been far to the west where the wolves run. I even made it to where the water got wet. But in all my travels, I discovered one thing. Peace. Peace is not something that you can just acquire. It's to be worked at hard and cultivated by doing nothing. Not engaging with others, not dealing with the dangers that are out there. The way to cultivate peace is to mind one's own damn business. So, I came to the most dreary place in all the Fey realms, where nothing ever happens, to start up my own magic shop with all of the wondrous items I've managed to collect over the years. There's quite a few. I've got a chest nearby that I look to use as opening equipment. But generally, I've come to Bilgewater to settle down. After all, there's only so many women and monsters and fiends and devils and archfey and politics and horrible puzzles and traps that a man can deal with in a lifetime. I've come to settle down, to mind my years, simply be. You understand?
It is a noble aspiration. It is.
Yes, I believe it's the only aspiration that any of us truly have. How about you? Why are you here?
Well, we're here because they lost a friend, partner, party member.
Oh, what happened? Where did they go?
It's that darn shadow creature.
They died. It's pretty basic.
They died. Oh, how horrible. I'm so sorry for your losses. So, what are you doing still in Bilgewater if your friend's dead?
And you buy us another round, of course.
I haven't gotten any straight answers yet. So, well, I hope you find what you're looking for. If you ever need anything, you can find me next door at Trinkets Trunkets. I just got the keys today.
May you find your peace.
Thank you. I hope I do. You will stand up. If you ever look to actually tell a story, really should work on your delivery. He nods, and with a little jump into the air, he clicks his heels and then jollily strolls out of the bar. At which point, the waitress, Severus Gerona, will come out, straightening herself up. Did you need a refill?
Yes, Trinket said he was buying.
Who?
The gnome dude that's setting up shop next door.
Oh, I wondered who was setting that up. Of course. I can put it on his tab.
You're such a doll laugh.
And she will head off, eat your refills. After a couple moments, Stinky Cloud can return to the party.
Stinky Cloud comes out, looks around, and flops into a chair.
Apparently, Stinky has just had a workout.
He looks around and goes, I wonder if they have ice cream.
They do not.
Sir, what is ice cream? What is that?
Oh, it's kind of frozen milk with sugar.
Never heard of that before.
Should try it, it's good. Gives you lots of energy.
So it's like caffeine almost?
No, different type of energy.
I believe you lost me.
Oh, you'll need to try it one day. So, anything happened that, where should we go now?
Yes, y'all need to decide what you want to do, because if we're going to find this woman, we need to do something about it. Otherwise, the tide will be at its high tide will be in about 4 hours. So y'all need to make up your mind what you get.
Well, she's not here. Stinky, do you think we should go back?
We have some answers, but not all of them. There anywhere else she could be?
Well, unless we were to go all the way to Ashalian.
We could go there. At least it wouldn't have.
We could go there.
That might be the best. Yes.
How do we go there?
We do need to take the body home, though. It
Oh,
will
of course.
get smelly.
And we should tell a nice call that we need to go there.
So we could drop off it over back at the Grove and let him know what's going on. So
It's a good plan.
I think we need to start heading that direction.
Before we do, she turns to the two people whose names she still has yet to learn. Are you going?
Right? Delure,
Uh,
you're being asked a question.
I have opportunity to train from the masters on the island. Yes, I will be going.
I suppose I'll go as well.
All right. Well, before you board our ships, can I have both of your names?
You may not, but you may have the privilege of calling me Thrain.
One of these days that'll work on someone unsuspecting.
You might have to try a different plane. Everybody here in the Fey Realms is accustomed to that little trick.
Yeah, it is kind of the oldest one in the book. Pleasure to meet you, Thrain. And you?
Dolor will pick up on what Crane did and just think, no, you can't have my name, but my name is Dolor.
Lure. Lure. It's a beautiful name. Have you ever met one of the Maidens of the Deep?
Who?
Oh, your name rings with the same melody as theirs, as their songs.
My mother might have. She was the one who named me.
Oh. Well, if you ever meet one, just be very careful. They like to take your emotions and drown you. So, I hope you don't meet one. That would be bad.
Well, they could try. It's something I already do myself anyways.
Oh,
Yes, when we go back to the ship, because it's getting later in the day, go straight to the ship and don't stop or listen to anything. Do not look at
except for
the
Havilar.
water.
Do listen to Havilar.
Well, yes, but don't look at the water. It's not safe.
I'll keep that in mind.
You head out.
Yeah, we head for the ship.
Okay. You guys head out onto the docks. You make your way to the ship. Avalar, everything seems to be in order. The rest of the crew is ready to depart when you are.
Okay. We're just about to reach peak tide, gentlemen and ladies, so if you would make yourselves comfortable, we need to cast off.
Right. So, leaving Bilgewater behind, you guys can head off to sea. As you sail away from the dismal, foggy nastiness, it's a bit of a relief to have that behind you. The fresh sea air washes across the deck, and you smell hope. An opportunity to not be stuck in your ways, not to be drowned by the mire and gloom of Bilgewater. Why anyone stays there is an intriguing conundrum. But you sail back towards the Shantara Grove. Delightful day with the delightful crew. Maybe a little bit more somber than you expected, but the spirits of the crew itself, they lighten, and you may hear a song break out. So, is there anything you would like to do on the ship during the one-day voyage to the Shantara Grove?
I shall just attend to my duties, making certain that everything's going as it should.
Okay. Thrain, what would you be doing on board a ship?
Probably drinking.
Okay. Delure?
The water should be safe to look at now, right?
You see some nods.
She'll quickly go over to the railing and lean over to watch the waves go by.
Cool. As you watch the waves go by, you will see a couple of dolphins in the near distance, pacing the ship.
Hey, can someone tell me what those are?
Those, my dear, are dolphins, very intelligent creatures. They like to run with the ship
Do they fight?
only when severely provoked. They're one of the few animals in the seas that can actually beat a shark. They can be tough, but they actually prefer to just swim, and actually if you're in the water with them swimming, they'll play with you. They're kind of fun. Nice animals, and you can hear them talking. This that they make is actually a form of speech that they use, and they communicate with each other. It's quite interesting to study them.
Huh.
As the day passes by, you guys will eventually make your way to the Shintara Grove coast. As you guys approach, the ship docks, and you guys can disembark. Brain, you've achieved your life's goal. You've made it to the Shintara Grove.
They didn't believe me, but they lost hope. I have finally made it.
Stinky goes over to him and says, "Watch out. They'll put you in a tub and wash you."
I heard what you did to the barmaid. I can understand why they would.
They're only gonna wash you if you smell.
Oh.
Anna just has a look of total innocence on her face right now.
Guilty innocence?
No comment.
No comment. Understood. All right. So, where are we going? What are we doing?
Well, Havilar had sent a message ahead with the carrier pigeons about Addie's death, and he's going to point up the hill, pointing toward the city gates, and says, "I believe there's someone now coming to get Miss Addie's body." And there are a group of soldiers and her sons, her two oldest sons, who are coming down the path with the soldiers. And they have a small cart that's festooned, or I guess bedecked, or however, with black ribbons.
You appear at the edge of the woods. The cart. They'll go on board the ship and respectfully and carefully bring Addie Von Winkle's body out to the cart, still covered by that blanket. Putting her in the cart, they will somberly head back towards the town. What would you guys like to do while they do that?
Do we want to follow her? Follow them up?
Let's follow them back to town.
I
Okay.
have been ordered to follow them, so I will do so.
So you follow the various paths until you come to the city gates. As you guys approach, the wagon will go inside, but Knight's Call, the current ruler of the Shintari Grove, greets you here at the gate. Sad business, sis. Thank you for all your help, Havilar. Kalani, what exactly happened? And who are these people? Why are they here?
Well, okay. The so we found out why the ships weren't coming, and I'll tell you that in a moment. But when we were on our way back trying to find more information, a shadow just appeared in the middle of the street and attacked, and it killed Addie. And
Shadows.
Shadow, yes. Just a big creature made of shadow.
It's horrible. And who's this dwarf who seems to try to be sneaking into the city?
He
You
helped
there!
us.
Stop!
But this
Dwarves don't sneak very well. The name's Thrain.
Thrain, what are you doing on the Shintara Grove?
Well, I was floor tanking that shadow creature for these folks here, and they said that they had a way to get me onto the island, so I came with them. Interested in learning from your master crafts.
Kalani, what's going on?
we need to go to Ashelian
Why is
because
Shellian?
the person who is sabotaging us lives there.
Truly? Oh, here. Such a horrible development. I hate going to Shellian. The politics are just so droll and catty. Very well. Can you give me a few days?
Oh, well, we were going to volunteer to go and learn as much as we could.
Going to a Shellian is no meager feat. You need to make sure that you are appropriately attired and that you have gifts from the Shintara Grove. Appearing there without gifts for Queen Titania would be a foolish endeavor. You'd never return. It would take offense that the greatest craftspeople of all of the Fey realms wouldn't be able to give her even a little trinket. So we must succeed in providing such an item.
I think we came back first because I'd have known that.
Your Majesty, they did mention a woman behind this in Eshelion, which is the reason why we feel we need to go. Her name is Talia Netherworld. Do you know of her?
I have heard the name. I'm familiar with her as a person I have seen. She's attractive, but not in a pleasant way. She seems always to be conspiring to perform some kind of self-serving desire. If she is involved in plots against the Shintara Grove, we should move against her. But some deals that I've recently made should mitigate that. So I'm not going to worry too much about her. Please, come inside.
You're not going to tell them about the gnome?
Gnome,
Trinket.
what about a trinket?
No, Trinket's opening up a shop in Bilgewater. But he was saying that the shadows would come from some marsh or island or something out there by Bright Grove.
By the Bright Grove. Oh dear. We have a friend that lives in the Bright Grove. A woman by the name of Stell. She's a fairy. Interesting. I wonder if Stell knows about what is going on.
He seemed to think that it was common knowledge. Evidently, it's not.
Now, Worf. Rain, you said your name
Oh.
was?
Yes.
Why should I let you into Ashelion?
Considering that it's my efforts that your compatriots here are made it back.
One of them dead. You
Could have been all of them
seem-
dead.
That wasn't his fault.
And you are...
Someone else talk.
They were there to help us.
to help you. Uh-huh.
Yes, this creature was powerful and dark. So even with hitting it as hard as I could, it took quite a bit of damage to bring it down.
And you are...
I'm stinky.
Apparently not.
They found that olive oil on my skin makes me a lot better.
In fact, you smell quite nice.
Just stinky in a different way.
I believe we should rename you. Let us refer to you as Graceful Cloud from now on.
Really?
He smiles. Indeed. Very well, Thrain. And you were... Who's your associate here? In the hood.
The Lord, tell us about yourself.
Yep, look, he already said my name. That's all I need to know.
Who?
She's quite shy.
Shy. Well, I would know who I am allowing into the Shantara Grove before I allow them in. After all, the safety of my people is paramount.
I guess the Lord, you could always go wait on the boat.
Miss Delore, this is the king, so to say, of Shantari Grove. You really do need to tell him something about yourself if you want to go into town and find a decent place to put your head. You know, sleep is important.
Uh,
Could go camping in the woods, but then the lights might get you.
Yep.
sorcerer.
Sorcerer. What is your purpose here in the Shantara Grove?
I just followed where Brain went.
Understood. So an assistant. A squire? or just a friend?
Aspirant looking to worship the thunders and the lightnings and the storms.
You will not find any of those here. The Shintara Grove always has wonderful weather. Very well. So, please, come on in. As long as you do not wish ill will for the Shintara Grove, none will be given to you. Welcome. You guys are allowed access into the Shintara Grove. As you walk in, you can hear craftsmen in the distance. A hammer on an anvil. You hear the grinding of a whetstone. You hear songs of people singing as they work. You hear the thwap, thwap, thwap of a loom in the distance. Thwap, thwap, shuttle. Thwap, thwap, shuttle. It's a delectable day. Not a care in the world here in the Shintara Grove. You watch that cart with Addie's body heading towards her house in the distance. That's where the somberness lies. A mote of sadness in an otherwise idyllic place. Thrain, according to the chat, you've attempted to go towards the blacksmith shops?
Yes.
As you head towards the smithy, Thrain, it's a familiar smell. That coal smoke coming out of it. You hear and smell the iron and steel being forged. It fills your lungs and reinvigorates you for a wonderful day. Someone in here knows what the heck they're doing. Dulur, where are you going? What are you doing?
Well, she tries to stay with the group.
Okay.
But she's also kind of calming down from a mini panic attack when talking to the guy.
Okay. So, running around, you see a couple of kids. Two little boys, about 13 years old. One of them dressed in a green cloak and the other in a brown one. Both hooded, they are headed into the forest for an adventure. The two little boys laugh and squeal as they go and imagine that they are going to fight the werewolves. What are you guys going to do? Ray went to the blacksmith. Stinky, what are you doing?
Stinky's walking around looking for a pub.
Okay. You will find a very nice little tavern. It's cute, and the seats are all outdoors. Sitting between the seats, you will recognize that these are surrounding a cornhole set.
Ooh, cornhole.
It's
Walk up.
self-service here as the keg has been set up and there are big mugs next to a pitcher. You don't see any wait staff around. It's more of a communal drinking space.
I walk up, look at the mug, and grab the pitcher and fill it up, and that is my drink.
Okay. As you fill it up, the mead that comes out of the barrel is golden, translucent and clear. You can see through it. and it smells exceedingly sweet.
Wonder what this stuff is.
As you take a sip of it, the alcoholic honey flavor washes over your tongue, and then you feel it, a zip of pineapple on the back end.
And going, not the normal ale, but I could drink this. And I take a small sip, and half the pitcher is gone.
Half the pitcher is gone. Please roll your Constitution saving throw, sir. So, Stinky Cloud, now known as Graceful Cloud, will descend slowly into a stupor. Drunken and happy. It's a beautiful day, Stinky, to be drunk.
Good day.
I believe the GTA wasted onto the screen.
Good day.
Kalane, what are you doing?
I am going to try to see if there's anyone I know who has been to a Shellian.
Okay. Well, you know Knight's Call has been. He engages with them often.
I did. Would he be up for conversation at this point?
Yes, he's just making arrangements for the journey. So, what can I answer?
Where do I even begin? Uh, how do we get there?
Well, we will attempt to contact one of the griffins. They are quite swift, and we will try to hire one to come here and fly you to a Shellian. After all, we wouldn't want you to attempt the journey. It would take years.
Ears?
Of course. Shellian is far, far away. The griffins, though, are very swift. They will bypass the forests and the brambles and everything between here and there. They will fly over the sea, the great depths. They will fly where the wind blows and beyond to find a Shellian.
They can fly through where the wind blows?
Near it.
Okay.
Using the wind as their asset, they can travel faster. Griffins are amazing and terrible creatures, but exceedingly swift.
Oh. I didn't know they were real.
Of course they're real. As real as you or I or the werewolves that we've driven from our land. Now, when you go, be sure to be polite. Havilar here knows exactly the types of courtesies that must be maintained. We've trained Havilar repeatedly on how to perform these courtesies. However, I don't believe you've ever had an opportunity to practice, have you yet, Havilar?
No, Your Majesty, I've not actually had my training put into practice.
Well, this will be a good opportunity. We will be sending you to a Shellian to ask for aid regarding this woman, Thalia Neverwhirl. We wish to foil her plans, whatever they are. Shantara should remain as is. I have recently made several arrangements to ensure that this happens.
May I ask what kind of arrangements?
I have managed to arrange a deal with a Dragonborn fellow. He seems sinister, but his intentions appear legitimate. He will be keeping the Shintara Grove peaceful and away from prying eyes for the foreseeable future. He's quite a powerful sorcerer in his own right. He simply asked for a little bit of assistance with a husbandry project he was working on.
A husbandry project?
Yes, he brought an egg. Black as the night is dark, but shimmering with a beautiful iridescence. He asked for assistance in the hatching of such an egg. I thought that such a behavior could be handled appropriately, so I aided. I do have significant knowledge about the topic, after all. The livestock in the area don't manage themselves.
May I ask, sire, what kind of egg it was?
I'm uncertain. It did not appear to be an egg of any type of creature that I'm familiar with. It was larger than most. Oh, 2 feet high by a foot and a half wide. And when I looked at it, my reflection seemed to move of its own accord. Duldrin said that it was a enchanted egg, a cooperative effort from Fae and Celestials, looking to ensure peace throughout the realms.
Mm-hmm.
And was Doldrin, you said?
Duldrin, yes.
This player's sitting here going, oh dear. Because I know that egg.
Know that egg, know that name. Kalane knows neither.
Yep. About this time last year, we were going through where this egg came from. We're just touching base on the historical lore. So, here is my letter that we will provide to Ashelian. As Queen Titania of the Fae, to demand that Thalia Neverwhirl cease interaction with Shantara Grove. We request formally that a banishment of the woman take place from this land. We do not want her on the island. And I declare that she is an enemy of the state. Should she be seen in the Shantara Grove, all guards are ordered to slay her on sight. We will brook no insurrection. There is no compromise when it comes to the peace of our people. Am I understood?
Yes, sir, you are.
Really?
We will stop at nothing to ensure that paradise remains as it is. So, please,
May I
rest.
ask one other? I need to
You
ask
may
one
ask
other
as many
question.
questions as you'd like.
Do
After all,
we know?
Havilar, you are my captain of the guard.
Yes, sir. We will need gifts to take, multiple gifts. Have you arranged those yet, sire?
I have. I have these, and he will gesture to a pile of boxes. They're ornate, inlaid with all sorts of mother of pearl, onyx, opals, and even diamonds. The boxes themselves range in size from a couple of inches to a couple of feet, nearly a chest. Next to the table that these are resting on, there is a large chest that will allow you to put the smaller ones within it. These gifts will be going to Ashelion in order to curry favor with Queen Titania of the Fae.
I thank you, sire.
Of course, do be careful. We have sealed each of the boxes so that they should not be opened except for in her presence. After all, we wish for the Queen to be surprised more than anyone else. So we have placed a few magical enhancements upon each of the boxes, ensuring the delight of the monarch.
Naturally.
Naturally. I believe he is the shortstop.
That's I don't give a darn.
I don't give a darn. Okay.
I listened to that sketch so many times as a kid.
I loved that sketch so much. Laurel and Hardy are amazing.
Yes, they are.
They were, I should say. But rest in peace, guys. Hilarious. Comedic geniuses.
Yeah, and they worked with some of the best.
Now, if there's anything else you need... I'm sorry?
Abbott and Costello.
Abbott and Costello? Yes.
As Abbott and
You're
Costello.
correct. I'm sorry. Abbott and Costello. So, Laurel and Hardy were great as well. So, if there's nothing else, please take your leave. Rest. The Griffin will be here in 5 days.
So we have almost a week to kill.
All right. So, as you guys are departing, you will see one of the little boys in the brown cloak come running up. Father, can I get a little sword? In Knight's Call, we'll take the little boy. Go, Twilight, of course. We'll have a wooden sword made for you so you won't injure your cousin Tristan. Be safe. And he will usher him inside. What are you guys doing? I saw that Dulur is looking around the town. Dulur, what exactly are you looking for in the town?
She's not looking for anything really. She's just exploring.
Okay. Everything here seems perfect. Flawless, even. The people here may have a couple of scars, but the environment seems curated to an extreme. Everything is clean, spotless, unless it's currently in use. Once it gets used, it's immediately wiped down and polished so that the entire place shines. It's almost an aesthetic, how antiseptic, I should say. Antiseptic, how clean and beautiful this place is. The trees themselves, you don't see any fallen branches. People pick up the fallen wood and use that for firewood. They don't need to cut trees down. You look around, the grass is all at even height. There's some goats over there that are keeping it level. There's some chickens going about and pecking at the various pests. It's a beautiful day in a perfect place.
Can I go go to the woods?
You go to the woods, okay? As you go into the woods here, the woods are dense, but nice. The underbrush is sparse, but just to a point where a spark won't catch the entire hillside on fire. You're able to find a deer trail. You wish to follow it?
I'll follow it.
Okay. As you follow it through the woods, you will have to duck and twist and move agilely along this deer trail. The shadows coming through the trees are marked by the bright sun that sears into the forest in little shafts of light. As you make your way towards a meadow, it opens up, and off in the distance you see a mother deer and her fawn grazing. The innocence before you is palpable. There's not a concern in the world for that mother deer or the fawn. If you move closer, it's likely they will sense you and their peace disturbed. What would you like to do?
I'll leave them be and find a shaded tree to sit under in the meantime.
Okay. As you sit down next to a shaded tree, it's a wonderful, beautiful day for you to relax in. This is the first time you've been able to really unwind for a while since you left home. It's so nice here. So very, very nice. The coolness of the shade keeps you comfortable. The softness of the ground and the little heather that's there cushions your butt as you lean against the tree. As a bit of a nap begins to wash over you, you wish to fall asleep?
Since Donor feels she can finally unwind, she'll take her hood off and decide to give into a nap, staying huddled up against a tree.
All right. Sweet. Cool. So, Stinky, what have you been doing?
I just kind of woke up a little bit, looked over at my drink, finished it off, and went back to sleep.
Okay. Kalane, after leaving Knight's Call's presence, what would you do?
Did he so did he keep the boxes for the queen with him, or did he give those to us to give to her?
He's going to pack them up so that when the griffin arrives, you guys will take the chest with the griffin.
Okay. In that case, I am going to try to find Jeweler.
Okay. Please roll a perception check to try to go into the woods and find them, or an investigation to track them down by talking to people. Okay. So you will have seen Delure heading into the woods. You wish to follow?
I do.
Okay. Cool. So as you follow along, you're able to go down the same deer trail. You know where this leads. You've been to this meadow before. As you arrive, you can see Delure resting next to a tree, with their hood off.
I will approach her and say, do you mind if I join you for a moment?
Good Lord. What'd you say?
Sorry. Dollar will open her eyes for a moment, look up at her. I suppose I don't mind. I know I was a bit insensitive of your friend earlier, and I know you could use a break.
Water under the bridge. I don't mean to disturb your peace, but... Oh, you said you were a sorcerer, right?
I panicked in the moment. I'm not really a sorcerer,
No,
or
you're
at
not?
least one people would approve of.
Well, it's not really about approve or disapprove. You are what you are. Magic has found you, it's found you. If it hasn't, it hasn't.
Well, I haven't exactly met someone yet who's really fond of necromancers, so
Oh. See.
you can go too now that the troop's out.
Well, I wasn't going to go. I was born under a lunar eclipse, and the powers the moon grants, sometime they're a nice, soft silver glow. Sometimes they're the black of night. I'm not always someone that is approved of either.
You aren't?
Always.
Have you found somewhere that accepts you yet?
Oh, well, that's a complicated question. Mostly in that I do tend to hide it a little bit more. When, it's the new moon and all of that. Uh, I was going to ask you, and I'm going to draw some of the like arcane symbols that I saw on the boxes that Twilight wants us to give Queen Titania. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I haven't. I'm from a small village. There's a lot I haven't seen.
Wow. Well, I haven't seen anything like it either. But it's supposed to be a fun surprise. I guess we'll find out together.
That doesn't sound so bad.
The scene shifts. We find Havilar doing what this afternoon?
Well, Havilard's been away a few days, and so she's going to go and check on her guards and see if anything came up while she was gone. And she'll take care of any problems that there could have been. And then she's going to go ahead and start making arrangements for her departure later in the week when she goes to Eshelion.
Okay,
So that'll take a while.
awesome. Thrain, you're at the blacksmith shop. The smiths here consist of a very large furbolg who is currently hammering away at a suit of armor. He looks over at you. Help?
Yes.
Nod. Over there. He gestures towards a hammer and anvil.
And Thrain will begin.
Okay. Begin doing what?
Depending on what the Furbolg is working on, whether it's making additional links, whether it's augmenting horseshoes, whether it's nails or daggers or spears or whatever else, he's going to either be prepping stock or setting up guns or anything that might be in a preparatory manner that allows the Furbolg to finish.
Understood. So, as you assist the Furbolg in this project, it's going to take you the rest of the day. The Furbolg manages at a steady pace all day long. When was the last time you did blacksmithing, Thane? Right?
It's probably been about 20, 30 years.
So, your arm is going to be sore by the time we're done with this. Your shoulder's aching. You're not able to raise it above 90-degree angle, as you're able to just wear yourself out quickly.
But it's a familiar, good burn. It's reflective.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, you and the Furbolg have managed to complete the kneecap of a leg piece. It's ornate and beautiful. Its black surface shimmers and shines as he's managed to polish it to where you can see your reflection in the black metal. The Furbolg looks at you. Good. Eat time.
And Thrain will look back. Ale?
No ale. No drunk.
Not drunk.
Food. Good food. Make strong. Like mountainside.
Thrain can associate, but still puzzled at the lack of ale.
Come. We go. And he opens the door to leave.
Thrain follows.
As Thrain follows, he will pull on a chain that will lower the hood over the forge and extinguish it. You guys are able to go out, and he will escort you not into the village, but into the trees themselves, where you will find a stone table with cut off logs. The chairs are also cut off logs, and the Furbolg associate here steps forward and grabs some of the fruit that is on the table and offers it to you. Dwarf, eat.
So Thrain will partake, but he's also looking for the meat.
There's no meat.
First there's no ale, and now there's no meat. What kind of place is this?
The furbog is going to enjoy entire heads of cabbage, entire pineapples straight through the outside rind. Biting into it, the juice of the pineapple flows across his chin. He looks over at you. Good fruit. And hands you the half bitten into pineapple.
He'll look at it, and then he'll slice up some the pieces that aren't eaten, and then eat some of those.
Delicious, super juicy, and perfectly ripe. Yeah. The furbog looks at you. Friend. Name. Dwarf.
And, Thrain will introduce himself.
How does he introduce himself?
Dwarf Thrain.
Rain. Dwarf. Rain. Terrain. Like water from sky.
Thrain grumbles a little bit.
Furbog. Steblu.
That blue, like blue flame. Flame of forge.
Hottest flame. Be clear. Blue flame be hot enough, though. Steblu be hot, furbog. Thrain, Steblu. Rain, water. Rain and water befriend with hot and fire. He reaches out for a handshake.
He'll shake it.
Okay. As you shake his hand, you will hear bang in the distance. A loud boom echoes off of the mountainside and throughout the village. Dulur and Kalane, it came from across the clearing. The doe lies dead in the center of the field. The fawn nuzzles the dead body and goes running off. The noise of the woods ceases. What would you like to do?
What's that?
Dueler, uh, she doesn't have any words. She just gets up and goes to the fallen deer and sits by it.
The fallen deer, the top half of it is gone. It is smeared across like a red mist in the grass. All that's left are the legs and belly.
While they're standing there, Havilar and 2 guards come tearing into the meadow and see them on the other side and run up to them and says, "What was that?"
Oh no, I've never heard anything like that.
Well, I see what it did, but could you tell where it came from?
Could I tell where it came from?
Yes.
Came from the northern end of the clearing.
Came from the clearing, but on the northern end.
Got one job on the ship.
Uh,
And you didn't see anything?
no, I had my eyes closed,
Ah,
having a peaceful time, following Dulure's lead. Should we go track it down? Whatever it was?
that is our intention. Come on, men, let's head toward the north end of this clearing and into the woods, see what we can find.
Okay. As you guys head off into the woods in this idyllic place, hunting for whatever that noise was. What'd you say there, Delure?
Shoulders stays by the half of the deer's corpse for a moment before following them.
Okay.
But she kind of just keeps her head down.
Great. As you guys stalk through the woods, can I get a survival check as you guys are looking for tracks or any sign of what that might have been? With a 15 Kalane and an 18 Avalar, you are able to find some footprints, but they don't appear to be humanoid or shoes. They appear cloven hoofed.
That's really weird.
They had been sitting there at the edge of the clearing for some time, and after having done whatever they did, sprinted away at an enormous rate. It's easily 2 of your strides to each one of the hoofed creature's steps. It's going towards the village.
Come on, men, let's make haste before it causes trouble down in the village.
They break into a run. Dulur, Kalane, do you join them?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay. As you all head towards the village, you hear some shouts up ahead, some screams. You break into the area and you find the cart that had been carrying Addie's body has been overturned, broken, the axles shattered, and the wheels thrown into trees nearby.
Did we see Addie's body?
You do not. Not at first. When you look towards the house, though, you see a figure inside the house tearing things apart. One of the windows explodes outwards as a rocking chair comes sailing out of it.
Oh no.
Avalar and her men creep closer to the house. And Avalar's trying to see if she can see in without being noticed. To see
One of the boys that arrived at the docks to take Addie's body lies dead at the doorway, impaled on the doorknob itself, his chest holding on, keeping him from slumping down.
My lord.
You hear another crash from inside as the china cabinet shatters. Plates and glass are going everywhere. You hear a scream from inside that is cut short.
That's it. I've had it. I'm going in here, guys. Do not let it escape. And Havilar goes in to see what this thing is.
As you go inside, you feel the fear, the trepidation, the cautiousness that you should be feeling, but your training overrides it. You're able to move forward, bravely facing that which should shake most mortal men. You step around and you look for the source of the commotion. It's gone quiet. Too quiet. Havilar, you have a realization that you are being stalked inside this narrow, enclosed space.
Show yourself, whoever you are. Or are you just a coward?
Peeking around the corner, you see a little child, one of these grandchildren, hiding beneath a desk.
I'm going to stoop quickly and motion to her to come to me, and then I'm going to get her out.
She runs to you, and you're able to take her outside the building. You hear a door slam inside.
Okay. So Havilar goes back in.
Okay?
Is this a one-story or two-story?
Two-story house with a basement.
Oh, good. 3 levels. Okay, guys, you were standing here on outside this door. Could you tell where that door slam came from? Was it upstairs, downstairs, what?
Upstairs. They are swords drawn, ready to attack anything that comes out of the house. One of your guards has run around to the backside to ensure nothing can escape without being noticed.
All right. I'm going upstairs. We'll see what we find.
As you make your way up the stairs, the carpet on the stairs here has been torn. A cloven hoof torn into each of the steps. Whatever this was, it stopped on every single stair, 2 feet, before making its way further up. As you come up, you can smell the mold, a darkness, a funky, musty smell. You smelled this before. You smelled this in bilge water.
Yeah.
The stench of it is intense. As
I'm going to
come
follow
around, you
that
see
stench.
a collection of memorial plates scattered across the floor, broken. Pictures torn from the walls, their frames shattered, and the pictures shredded.
I'm going to follow that scent, and it's going to lead me to a door.
Yes. The door is currently off kilter, hanging from its top hinge only. The lock has been shattered and broken, and you hear a wet chewing on the other side of the door.
You're gonna die again.
Probably. Who are you? Why are you here?
There's no answer to your question, but the chewing stops. The room next to you is silent. Something's waiting.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to reach forward with one hand and slowly push this door open.
Havilar, you never saw what killed you. You never saw the massive hand reach into your chest and remove your heart because your head was
good.
consumed by a gigantic maw. You never saw that the maw closed and retracted back into the figure of Addie, sitting there as a shadow creature with hooves and claws, bat-like wings. As Addie Fawnwinkle consumes you completely. She tears you apart, spreading your body throughout the house. The people down below simply heard one exhalation as your lungs released the air that was in them. Shortly after that, the lower half of Havilar comes crashing out of a window into the lawn.
I turn to Dular. Run.
The various guards go running in fear towards the house, the main house for Knight's Call. As you guys go running towards the city, does everyone run? Dulur, do you run?
Yeah, I'll run.
Kalane, are you staying or are you running?
I'm running.
Okay.
Do I want to run? Let's see. Yeah, definitely gonna run for Knight's Call. Yeah.
All right. So, as you guys begin running, you're going to hear another scream, this time from the woods, as another figure rises out of the woods. This is one of the other young men that met you guys at the docks. His head is tilted to the side, broken. He looks at you with black eyes, his mouth lolling open, and a long tongue extends out. He stands, obviously dead. His arms broken. They rejoint themselves in a spastic, horrible reforming of himself as black wings tear open his back. Leather folds outwards with claws. He looks in your direction and begins to lope towards you as hooved feet break through his shoes. The shadow demon rushes forward and reaches for you, Elena, catching you by the shoulder.
I'm gonna try to teleport out of its grip.
Okay. As you try to teleport out of its grip, it also steps forward, teleporting next to you. Looking at you, it reaches for your throat.
With what I presume are my last words, I will shout to Dular. Get to the boat. Get to Ashalion.
Nothing left. As Kalane's head is detached from her body, you hear screams throughout the village. You see Dulur, and you see Stinky Cloud asleep. When he dies,
What a way to go, though.
Thrain, you hear the commotion, and as you are trying to figure out what's going on, the table next to you gets flipped over. A massive elemental rises from beneath the ground like oil. The fluid form comes up and envelops you. Wrapping around you, you have just a moment to say something before you are engulfed completely and ended.
Knew I should have had ale.
As the fluid creature rushes into your nose and mouth and ears, you're suffocated and absorbed by the elemental. Darkness begins to crawl down the mountain towards the town of the Shintara Grove, and you hear a trumpet call. The city is going to be lost today. Running off in the distance, the camera will see two boys, one in a brown cloak, one in a green, headed towards the beach, followed by Knight's Call. running away from the assault. And that's where we're going to end for today. And I hope this was good lore for you guys. I know that this was a horrific end, and I want to make sure that my players are all okay.
Yep.
I figured that this was a pretty likely outcome as soon as we brought Addie's body back after it had been killed by a shadow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
All right. So, my players are okay. We'll cover what happens to Shintara Grove in the future. We'll be back with the main storyline next week, as you will have the boy in the green cloak will go back for 2 little girls and carry them off to the beach as well. All right, guys. Hope you had fun with this. I know we did a ton of spoopy and creepy lore tonight. I know we did some stuff without die rolls, but the story needed it in this case. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. As we end on this tragedy of Shintara Grove being consumed by the shadows, we'll end there. We'll be back tonight for the Geomeric Hangout and AMA. Come hang out. I'll be answering tons of questions and talking shop. So come join us. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Central Time tonight. Also, check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/GMeric. Check out the clip contest where you can go ahead and win this massive half-pound D20. So if there's a moment from this session you like, toss that clip into the clip contest channel. You'll be automatically entered to win this as a prize at the end of the month. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. We've got Beneath Fallen Skies tomorrow, and on Monday we start the new campaign of the Underwatch. So, have a wonderful time, stay safe, and we'll catch you guys later.